Hello everybody and welcome back into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center as we are just about ready for a varsity matchup between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Medway Mustangs. Let's send it down to courtside to Hopkinton High School Athletic Director Rich Cormier.
Good evening, and welcome to Hopkinton High School for tonight's varsity girls basketball game as the Medway Mustangs take on the hometown Hopkinton Hillers in our final home game of this season. Just before we do the starting announcements, I would like to thank everyone, and I'm not going to go by name because I definitely missed someone who just made this season possible. It certainly hasn't been easy on the players, the coaches, or your families. And I just want to thank everyone for getting us to this point. There were certainly points during this year that I wasn't sure we'd get here. So I'm really, really glad that we've made it to this point, and a credit to all the girls in here tonight, both on the Medway team and the Hopkinton team, for everything that you guys have done this season to get to this point. And now for our starting lineups. First, for the visiting Medway Mustangs. At guard, number 1, sophomore, Callie Catone. At forward, number 5, junior, Amy Johnston. At guard, number 11, junior, Anna Longvile. At forward, number 15, senior, Lauren Beach. And at forward, number 22, junior, Maggie Regan. The Mustangs are coached by Brian Connolly, Megan Cohane, and head coach Joe Iannone. And now for the hometown Hopkinton Hillers. At guard, number 22, junior, Kiki Fossbender. At guard, number 3, senior, Millie Senseni. At guard, number 32, senior, Maggie Hedstrom. At guard, number 15, senior captain, Lulu Murphy. And at forward, number 21, senior captain, Caroline Connell. The Hillers are coached by Cheney Gaudette and head coach Mike Greco. If you'd now please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
And there you have it, the starting lineups and the national anthem. And we are ready for this game between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Medway Mustangs. Both teams with very impressive records. Hopkinton 6 wins, 4 losses overall. Medway 7 wins, 2 losses overall. Of course, the records don't mean much this year, but of course, You want to try to get out there and win every game you possibly can. And both of these teams will certainly be trying to win tonight in what has been over the years a great rivalry between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Medway Mustangs. And they initially did not have each other on the schedule, so they were excited to have an opportunity to play this game. This was a late addition to the winter schedule. Medway will have possession to start things off and work right to left across your screen. Amy Johnston will have the entry, one of the captains for the Mustangs, and she inbounds to Longval. Over to the elbow, back to Johnston. And that is going to go off the hands of Regan, and the Hillers have it. Here comes Hopkinton. Around the perimeter they go. Along the corner, Fossbender. Feeds it out now to Sensity. Now Lulu. Gets it back to Fossbender. Driving in, and the shot is blocked out of bounds. Off of Regan. And the bench is making all kinds of noise for this game. Lulu on the entry. Five left on the shot clock. Fires it over to Sensity. Driving down, up with the left hand, and in! Right at the shot clock buzzer. A 2-0 Hillers lead to start things off. Full court pressure by Hopkinton. Long ball, feeds it over to Beach, and Beach now up to Catone, and now it's taken away. Here comes Murphy. Hedstrom down to Fossbender in the corner. Back to Lulu. Feeds it back to the corner. Along the baseline is Hedstrom. She'll kick it back out to Lulu. And now she gets tangled up with Longval. Jump ball called. Hillers will have the inbound. Lulu on the entry. 7 seconds and counting left on the shot clock. Millie feeds it across. Hedstrom thought about it. Driving in. Up with the left hand. No good. And it's handled by Medway as Amy Johnston pulls down the board. Beach driving in. Over to Johnston. Long two. Got it. Swishes it through. Lulu takes it up. Hedstrom now over to Millie. Back out to Lulu. Fossbender kicks it back out. 3-ball Lulu. Air ball there. Medway ball. Couple minutes into action. Knotted at 2 apiece in this varsity matchup between Hillers and Medway. Tom Nappy happy to be on the call. Matt Clark running the tech operations. Up for the shot, and no good as Catone. Follow through, count it. Regan with the follow through. A 4-2 Medway lead. Fossbender trying to get it over to the corner to Hedstrom. Out of bounds it goes. And Catone got the hand on it. Lulu trying to feed it over to Millie, a little too far in front of her, but it was last touched by a Mustang. Hedstrom on the entry. Into Kiki. Now Millie. Maggie Hedstrom. Gets it back out to Kiki. Running out of time on the shot clock. 4 seconds left. Fossbender up for the shot. No good. And Medway has it. Lauren Beach takes it up, feeds it over to Longval. Longval trying to go up with the underhand, and it'll be Hillers' ball. Out of bounds it goes. And Caroline Connell made sure to keep those hands up to show that it was a clean block. Full court pressure by Medway. Fossbender. Over to Hedstrom. Around the horn they go, now along the short corner. Fossbender going to drive down, up, and good. Kiki Fossbender makes it a 4-4 game. And you could expect full court pressure by both these teams all game long pretty much. They both like to put a lot of pressure all over the court defensively and concentrate on running the floor as Callie Catone going to draw a foul. Caroline Connell with her first foul of the game. And Catone hits the first one. Number of substitutions by both teams. Now for the second of two. Count it. 6-4 Medway. Hedstrom into Cho. Along the corner, that's Fossbender. Up for three from the wing and knocking it down, Carly Hedstrom. Just what the Hillers needed there. The Hillers, of course, led by head coach Mike Greco, who's done a tremendous job with this program. Medway led by head coach Joe Iannone, who's been excellent at the helm for the Mustangs. Medway always a contender. And now a steal and a quick break, Carly Hedstrom. Feeds it over to Lulu. Now up top, driving in. Fossbender called for the travel. It'll be a Mustangs inbound. Shannon Mia on the entry. Beach over to Mia, now back to Beach. Driving down, a nice pass over to the block. Up and in, Olivia Canary. And here comes Cho with authority. She lost it. And it's picked up by Johnston. And now the Mustangs working into the low post. Beach surrounded by Hillers, and it's stripped away and taken away by Lulu. Feeds it up to Carly Hedstrom, out of the corner to Cho, back to Hedstrom. Over to the short corner to Trendle. Cho along the corner, she couldn't reel it in. Pass a little too much in back of her. Medway will have the inbound. Mia gets it over to Beach. Johnston trying to feed it up, and it's taken by Lulu. Now it's a loose ball once again, handled by Mia, and she'll put it off the glass, no good. And then gets wrapped up with Lulu, and it'll be Medway ball. Jump ball called, possession arrow in favor of the Mustangs. Longval into Beach. Back to Longval now. Beach along the wing, gets it across to Mia. Up for three, got it. Hedstrom finds Lulu at top. Around the perimeter they go. Now along the corner. Driving in, Fossbender, count it. Nice drive along the baseline there. Back and forth we go. And long ball trying to get it up the sideline, knocked out of bounds by Carly Hedstrom. Over to Regan, now up top, Beach for three, and out of bounds. Air ball there. Hillers will have it with 1:45 left to go in the opening quarter. Jesse Iannelli gets it into Cho. Cho. Over to Iannelli, down to the corner to Hedstrom. Back to Iannelli, Cho. Errant pass there. A little too far away from Hedstrom. Medway, they're just playing pretty much a straight man defense, and they're getting in front of these Hillers shooters. Mija gives it back and up. No good there by Regan. It is collected by Canary. Feeds it up to Beach. Beach down the lane. Good block there by Cho. Here comes Hedstrom. Up to Doherty. Doherty up with the right hand. No good. Grabs her own rebound. Trying to put it back. Draws the foul. We'll get Lauren Beach with her first. Team first for Medway. And junior Brooke Doherty, no good on the first. Now for the second. No good. Here comes Medway. Longville. Over to Mija. Now Canary. Back to Mija, trying to drive along the baseline, and we have a foul as she ran into Hedstrom there. And they'll get Carly with her first foul. Johnston gets it into Regan. Now across to Mija. Good feed by Canary. Now to the right block, up and in. It goes Johnston. It's her second field goal of the game. Cho takes it up. Over to the corner to Iannelli, back to Cho. Driving in. He's trying to get it to the block, and it's knocked out of bounds. Did go off a Mustang. Johnston got the hand in there. Hillers will inbound with 19.9 seconds left to go in the quarter. Over to the wing to Iannelli, now along the corner. Hedstrom driving in, up for the shot, no good. And the Mustangs have it, collected by Johnston. And here comes Medway. Running out of time, 3 seconds left to go in the quarter. At the buzzer is Johnson, that's no good. And after 1 quarter of play, it is Medway 13, the Hillers 9. Second quarter of this varsity girls matchup coming up next on HCAM. And we are ready for the second quarter. 13-9 Medway lead. Can the Hillers respond? They'll have possession to start off the second. Fossbender into Lulu. Around the perimeter they go. Fossbender driving down, up for the shot. No good, little wide. Pulled down by Regan. And now an errant pass over to the near side. Longvall keeps it in, but the Hillers have it. And now a good block by Beach as Connell went up for the shot. The feed up to Jillian Wright. Now Regan kicks it out to the wing, up for three. No good is Longvall. And, we have a stoppage here. The cap to the power over on the court came off, so they had to fix that. It'll be Hillers inbound. Good eye by the official. That could have been a disaster. Could have led to some serious tripping. Along the wing, Lulu trying to get it over to Fossbender. It's knocked away by Beach along the near side, and she wraps it up but ends up out of bounds. Hillers ball. Lauren Beach, that's the player to watch for Medway. Incredible all over the floor. Great shooter, great defender, and very quick. 5 left on the shot clock for 3, and no good is Lulu. Medway ball. I believe she was the TVL Girls MVP last year. Lauren Beach. Long ball over to Regan. Now to Beach. Over to Longvall. Into Regan. Up. No good. And it's collected by Millie. Here comes Lulu. Feeds it back to Fossbender. Now to Lulu. Trying to drive down. Gets it to the corner to Hedstrom. And Hedstrom knocks down the 3. Maggie Hedstrom coming through big there. Now both the Hedstrom sisters have a 3 in this game. A 1-point Medway lead. Lauren Beach with possession. Over to Longvall, back to Beach. Now to Wright, up for 3, no good. Medway rebound there to collect Longvall. Around the top they go once again. Johnston to Wright. And now into the paint, up for the jumper, Regan, no good. Putback is waved off, but do we have a foul? I believe we do. Longvall with the putback attempt, drawing some contact. They'll get Lulu with her first foul. It will be an inbound for Medway. Right over to the elbow to Regan. Now to Longvall, now to the corner. Beach for 3, and she knocks it down. Lauren Beach with her first points of the game. If she heats up from beyond the perimeter, look out. Fossbender over to the corner. And a good feed underneath to Connell, who kicks it back out. Now a 3 attempt by Fossbender. That's no good. Medway has it, collected by Beach. Beach, what a pass up to Johnston, who draws contact. There's a Pat Mahomes looking pass up there to Johnston as she drew the foul. We'll get Lulu with her second. And Johnston a little shooken up. She's going to come out of the game and get looked at by the trainers, and it appears to be a leg issue. Hope she's okay. Junior captain for Medway. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Mustangs. 5:21 left to go in the first half. 16-12 Medway lead. And the trainer taking a look at Amy Johnston. It appears to be maybe an ankle. She might have twisted up that ankle as she took that contact off what was a great pass up the floor by Lauren Beach. Well, this game should be an absolute battle. It has already so far. And I would expect a whole lot of momentum shifts in this one. Two talented teams out there. And it should certainly be a fun one for this Friday night. Don't forget, coming up this weekend, we'll have Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Girls Co-op Varsity Hockey. On Saturday at 5:40 p.m., they take on Westwood. And then on Sunday at 3:40 p.m., they take on Medway. Two more games to close out the season for the girls hockey team. And off the timeout, it'll be Medway ball. So far, 4 fouls on the Hillers, 1 on the Mustangs. Lauren Beach will have the entry. Flings it over to Catone. Now Mija. Back to Canary. Canary kicks it back out to Beach. Up for 3. No good. And it's collected by Regan. Mija over to the wing. To Catone. Now Catone for 3. That's no good off the rim. And it's pulled down by Fossbender. Here comes Cho. Down the lane, up with the left hand, no good. Medway has it. Rebound by Catone. Beach with possession. Launches the long 2, no good. And coming away with it is Lexi Trendle. Pass up by Carly to Cho. Now to the corner for 3. Doherty, that's no good. And Beach has the rebound. Beach, coast to coast, to the bucket. Off the window, no good. Follow through is no good. Battle for the ball, and Doherty comes away with it. Over to Carly, now to Cho for 3. Off the back iron, no good, but we have a foul. We had a push call. Who's this going to be on? It will be against the Hillers. They're going to get Lexi with the push. Full court pressure by the Hillers. Up to Catone along the near side. Catone surrounded by defenders. Nowhere to go with it. It's taken away by Cho. Cho to Fossbender. Fossbender from the block. Up, no good. And it is kept in bounds by Trendle, who gets it back to Fossbender, and Fossbender finishes. How about that hustle by Alexi? Regan over to Beach. Now to Mija. Back to Beach for 3. Got it. Lauren Beach knocking it down. She has 6 points so far tonight. Fossbender going to drive the lane. Up for the shot. No good. Batted out. Beach able to hang on to it and fling it up to Canary. And now Mija driving down. And it's stolen away by Carly Hedstrom. And Hedstrom draws contact. Great steal there by the junior, Carly Hedstrom. And they're going to get Shannon Mija with the foul. Here comes Cho. Kicks it out to Doherty. Now across to Hedstrom. Now to the corner, Lexi. Long 2, no good. And it's pulled down by Canary. Beach takes it up. Over to Mija. Regan feeds Beach up for three, and she knocks it down another one. Lauren Beach feeling it. Cho driving in through the defenders, up with the underhand shot, no good, but it is Hillers' ball as it was knocked out of bounds. 2:25 left to go in the first half. Medway up by 8, and Coach Greco wants a timeout. I think he's going to talk to his team about how to stop Lauren Beach, as she has hit a trifecta of threes in the second quarter. She has all 9 points for the Mustangs in the second quarter. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you're Medway, your strategy is going to be get Lauren Beach the ball. Take a look at the scoring so far for Medway. You have Callie Catone with 2 points, Amy Johnson with 4, Shannon Mija with 3, Lauren Beach with 9, Maggie Regan with 2, Olivia Canary with 2. For the Hillers, Maggie Hedstrom with 3, Carly Hedstrom with 3, Kiki Fossbender with 6, Millie Sensony with 2. The Hillers struggling a bit from the field in this second quarter. Off the timeout, Fossbender will have the inbound. Into Cho. Around the perimeter they go. Trail kicks it back out. Doherty for 3, no good. And Doherty's going to take it away from Mija. Over to Hedstrom for 3, no good. Beach pulls it down and draws contact. It's going to be the 16th foul on the Hillers. They're going to have to be careful. It's on Carly Hedstrom, that's her second. Beach feeds it up to Regan, now back to Beach. Over to Mija, Beach. On the interior to Regan, now underneath is Canary trying to push it back out, knocked out of bounds by a defender. Jessie Iannelli comes back into the game for the Hillers. Maddie Williamson in there for Medway on the inbound, Beach. Mija feeds it back to Beach. Mija. And the shot clock runs out. I don't even think Medway was aware of how much time was left on it. Typically, you'd hear the counting from the bench to let them know, but they didn't hear it that time. Doherty. Over to Fossbender, back to Doherty. Now Cho. Feeds it over to Iannelli. Out of the corner, Fossbender driving in, kicks it back out to Cho, up for 3, got it! Lauren Cho. A 5-point game. Approaching a minute left to go in the second quarter. Asia up to Regan. And now Beach. Feeds it out along the far side and just kept in bounds by Williamson. Misha now able to get it to the corner, up for 3, no good. Beach with the rebound. The putback is no good. Secondary putback, count it. And Maggie Regan coming up with the field goal there. Cho over to Iannelli. Now Doherty trying to get it underneath, stolen away. There to nick it away is Maggie Regan. Beach feeds it out to Regan. And now a 3 attempt by Mija. No good. Here comes Cho. Down the lane, up and no good. And Medway has it. Here goes Regan over to Beach at the buzzer. No good. And at the end of 2 exciting quarters of play, it is Medway 24, the Hillers 17. We'll take a short break and have the second half coming up next on HCAM. And we are ready for the third quarter. The 24-17 Medway lead as they will now work left to right across your screen. Beach with possession. Long ball now. Over to Mija, out to Beach. Feeds it up to Longval. 10 seconds left on the shot clock, and a fumble there by Regan, and the Hillers have it. Lulu over to Fossbender. Up for 3. No good. And a Medway rebound. There to collect was Catone. Beach feeds it over to Regan now. Back over to the left side corner, and Mija knocks down the 3. Make that a 27-17 Medway lead. Lulu. Out to Fossbender. And we'll have a travel. Medway ball. On the entry for the Mustangs, it'll be Shannon Mija. Over to Beach. And it's knocked out of the grasp of Beach by Lulu. Lulu at the point, gets it back to Fossbender. And now Millie. Lulu looks in, turns it back to Millie. The Hillers have 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Along the baseline, up, and no good there by Maggie. Here comes Medway. Catone over to Mija, and Mija trying to get it underneath to Longval, swatted out of bounds. Off the hand of Millie. It'll be a Mustangs inbound. Beach. calls it out. Running out of time on the shot clock. 5 seconds left. Both teams having trouble getting shots off tonight. And that's stripped away by Alulu. As Mijo is trying to approach. Lulu takes it in, feeds it back out to Millie. Now to Carly, or make that Maggie Hedstrom, excuse me. And a nice feed over to Caroline Connell, who goes up and in. First points of the third quarter by the Hillers. Over to Mija. Now into the paint, up and good. Maggie Regan. The Hillers trying to work back up the floor quickly. Maggie feeds it in. And now a kick out back to Millie for three. That's no good. And it's pulled down by Maggie Regan. Pass over to Catone. Now from the elbow, long ball. Up with the right hand, no good. Pulled down by Regan, and as she tries to go back up with it, we have contact. We'll get Kiki Fossbender with her first foul. Team first for the Hillers. Handful of substitutions for Hopkinton. Medway will have the inbound. Catone into Beach. Over to Maggie Regan at the elbow. Kicks it over to the corner. Up for three. Off the side of the hoop goes Williamson. Picked up by Beach. Beach drives along the baseline. Feeds it over. Regan goes up and in. Good finish there by Regan. Show to Fossbender. Over to Hedstrom. Driving in, nice feed to Trendle, off the window and in. Williamson along the near side gets it back to Beach. Hillers continuing to press. And it pays off here as stealing that one away is Carly Hedstrom. And now it's stolen back. Mija to the hoop. Off the bottom of the hoop she goes, out of bounds. But it was last touched by a Hiller, says the official. It'll be a Medway inbound. Sarah Peterson into the game. Peterson into Beach. Into Regan. Back out to Peterson. Beach up top. Gonna take it in and kick it out for three. Williamson, and she knocks it down. Big time bucket there by Maddie Williamson. Cho takes it up. Over to Fossbender. Down to the corner to Brooke Doherty. Doherty driving in, up for the shot, no good. And Medway comes up with it as there to collect his canary. Beach coming up the near side. Gets it over to Regan. Now for three, Peterson, no good. Rebound Regan. Puts it up, that's no good. And it is a Medway rebound. Canary able to keep it in their possession. Williamson now takes a three. That's no good. Now a battle underneath. Regan comes away with it. Kicks it out to Peterson. Up for three, and she knocks it down. Sarah Peterson with the third Medway three bucket of the quarter. And they are up by 16, and Coach Greco needs a timeout. Well, the Mustangs feeling it from the field. And Coach Iannone giving a nice pat to Sarah Peterson for that last three. And this Medway team, for the last couple of years, they've been one of the best shooting teams in the TVL. If they get hot from outside the perimeter, they can go up big very quickly. Let's take a look at the standings in girls basketball from throughout the TVL. Westwood is 3-6. Ashland 1-4. They're in action tonight. Medfield 7-1, Norwood 8-2, Holliston 1-7, Hopkinton 6-4, Bellingham 0-10, Norton 4-5, Dover Sherborne 6-5, Medway 7-2, Millis 8-2, and Dedham 4-7. On the boys' side, you got Westwood 9-1, Ashland 0-5, Medfield 4-6, Norwood 9-2, Holliston 2-5, Hopkinton 2-5, Bellingham 1-7, Norton 2-4, Dover Sherborne 8-2, Medway 5-5, Millis 0-8, and Dedham 10-2. And a lot of those teams in action tonight. The Hillers boys are over in Westwood taking on the Wolverines. I'll try to get you an update to that game. Off the timeout, 2:57 left to go in the third quarter. A 16-point lead for Medway. Cho on the entry. And Cho is trying to feed it to the corner, stolen away by Beach. Quick break up the floor. Turns it around and kicks it out over to Williamson. Now up top, Peterson. Feeds it over to Regan. Now to the short corner to Canary, and a great feed to Regan, and Regan finishes. Maggie Regan just finding ways to get into the low post. And she's had a lot of nice finishes so far tonight. Hedstrom. Back to Fossbender. Down the lane, up and no good. And it's pulled down by Maggie Regan. Here comes Medway. Feeds it over to Canary. Up and no good is Regan. And the Hillers have it. Fossbender on a quick break. Gets it out to Doherty. Up for three. No good. Beach with the rebound. The Hillers having all kinds of problems from the field in this quarter. Only 4 points. We got less than 2 minutes left. Peterson up to Beach. Steps back, gives it off to Canary. And off the hands of Canary it goes, and taken by Carly. Up to Cho. Cho off the window, no good. That one looked like it was going in, hung on there for a minute, and then fell out. Beach to Peterson. Back to Beach for three. Count it. What a beauty of a shot that was. Cho takes it up. It's now 12 points for Lauren Beach, all via three. Hedstrom. Up to Lexi. Cho. Fossbender. Driving down, up, draws the foul. We'll get Olivia Canary with her first. The Hillers down by 21 could certainly use these free throws. First one no good. Well, when you struggle from the field against this Medway team, it is tough, especially when they're on their A game. 4 3-point buckets in this third quarter for Medway. Fossbender on the second of 2 hits. Misha on the inbound to Beach. Feeds it up to the wing. Now a crossover to Keating. And through the legs of Williamson, she's able to pick it up. And now a loose ball, and it is going to be wrapped up by Connell. And we have a jump ball call as Connell got tangled up with Williamson. Possession arrow in favor of the Hillers. Cho. Lulu leaves it behind for Brooke. Up top for three, Carly. And that falls in. Her second 3-point bucket of the game. Beach. fires it underneath to Keating, and she stepped out. Well, if the Hillers want to get back into this game, they're going to have to take advantage of just about every turnover. Still plenty of time left, but a 17-point Medway lead. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Lulu feeds it up top, 3 attempt. Carly, and she knocks it down. Carly Edstrom starting to feel it from outside the perimeter. And a nice way to end the quarter for the Hillers as they end on a 7-0 run. At the end of 3, it's Medway 42, Hopkinton 28. We'll take a timeout. Final 8 minutes coming up next on HCAM. And we are ready for the fourth quarter. A 42-28 lead for Medway. And Lauren Beach will have the entry. Hillers did go on a nice run towards the end of the quarter. They went on a 7-0 run of their own to put themselves within striking distance. At one point, Medway was up by 21 points, and the Hillers helped that lead evaporate a little bit. Mija over to the corner to Longval along the baseline. She lost it. Hillers ball. Lauren Cho will take it up. Feeds it over to Lulu. Back to Cho. Trying to get it over to Lulu. Lulu able to corral it in. Running out of time on the shot clock. 7 seconds left. Cho down the lane. And it's picked up at the block. And as Connell tries to go up for the finisher, she draws the foul. We'll get Maggie Regan with her first. It's been a pretty clean game between these two teams. Not a lot of fouls. That's only Medway's second foul of the half. Just one on the Hillers. And right now, Connell over on the sidelines, I think getting some medical attention. So we have a brief stoppage here. I think she might have got a cut on her leg or something. And she is heading to the line to shoot some free throws as soon as the trainer is done with her. And don't forget, this weekend we'll have Hillers hockey, 5:40 p.m. on Saturday. Hiller girls take on Westwood. Then at 3:40 on Sunday, they take on Medway. Total points heading into the fourth quarter. We'll start off with the Hillers. Millie Sensony with 2, Caroline Connell with 2, Kiki Fossbender with 7, Lauren Cho with 3, Carly Hedstrom with 9, Maggie Hedstrom with 3, Lexi Trendle with 2. For Medway, Sarah Peterson with 3, Callie Catone with 2, Amy Johnson with 4, Maddie Williamson with 3, Shannon Mia with 6, Lauren Beach with 12, Maggie Regan with 10, Olivia Canary with 2. And here comes Connell back into the game. She's got the leg all wrapped up and she's ready to go. And she gets a nice applause. First of 2. No. Second of 2. No good. Falls out. Collected by Beach. Here comes Medway. Mija. Over to Beach. Finds Regan down the lane. Up and in. Maggie Regan having a great night. 12 points for the junior. Cho. Leaves it behind for Lulu. And now Millie. Up top over to Carly for 3. No good. Loose ball. Brooke Doherty has it wrapped up, able to get it out to Millie. And now Beach trying to steal it away. And we're going to have a backcourt violation. It'll be Medway ball. These two teams, they're aggressive. They'll go right in there, try to get the steal. It's paid off a number of times for both teams so far tonight. Regan up with the hook, no good. Millie pulls it down, gets tangled up with Catone, and we have a foul. It's going to be on Catone. That's her first. Here comes the Hillers. Lulu. Maggie. Now Millie along the wing. Fossbender. Well, the Hillers, they need to find good opportunities to get shots off, but they can't take up so much time on the clock as Millie misses that 3. And we'll have a jump ball call. It'll be Medway ball. Well, we're going to have a Hillers foul, too. Some contact in there. You get Connell with her second. Here goes Beach. Gets it over to Mija. And now long vault. And it was stripped out. It'll be a Medway inbound. Longville on the entry to Regan. Back to Longville, now Beach. And it is knocked out of the grasp of Beach and stolen away by Lulu. Over to Fossbender. Medway, you know they're going to take their time with their possessions. With a 16-point lead, they have no reason to rush. Fossbender down the lane, kicks it out to Lulu. Along the baseline, good block there by Regan. Loose ball picked up by Beach. Feeds it up to Mija. And out of bounds it goes. It'll be Medway ball. Good hustle up the floor, but out on Millie. Beach on the entry to Mija. And knocked out of bounds along the far side. Mija on the entry to Beach, and Beach with the finish. You can't leave Beach open like that. Show, back to Fossbender. Down the lane, and we have a foul. They're going to get Maggie Regan with her second. Coach Iannone with some words of wisdom for his Medway team. First of two, got it. First point for the Hillers in this fourth quarter. Second of two. Count it. And we'll have a timeout. 4:48 left to go in the fourth quarter. Medway leading Hopkinton 46-30. And Hopkinton coming into this game 6-4. Medway 7-2. Two of the top records in TVL. And after this game for the girls varsity basketball team, they'll have one more on the road. They'll take on Ashland. That game scheduled for this coming Tuesday at 12:30. We'll, of course, have boys basketball. That's if the weather cooperates, of course. We'll have the freshman game at 11:30 between Ashland and Hopkinton boys. Or 11 a.m., excuse me, and then 12:30 for JV, and then 2 o'clock for varsity. But looking at the forecast, that's a big if. As there could be a potential snowstorm Monday into Tuesday. Off the timeout, Mustangs on the entry. Over to Mija, feeds it in to Catone. Back to Mija, good block there. Out of bounds it goes off of Doherty. Medway ball. Long ball on the inbound. Feeds it to Regan. Beach. And it's knocked away from her and taken away by Doherty, but she had nowhere to go with it. Catone got a hand on it, and then Cho comes over to the rescue. Fossbender driving in off the glass. No good. Beach with the rebound. Well, the Hillers have been putting a lot of defensive pressure on Beach. Make sure she doesn't get too many shooting opportunities from outside the perimeter. We'll get a jump ball call here as Doherty and Beach got wrapped up. Iannelli on the inbound. Into Cho she goes. Back to Fossbender now. Iannelli. Feeds it over to Cho. Down the lane, Doherty, up and in. 14-point game, just under 4 minutes left to go. Here comes Beach. Flings it across to Mija. Up for three, no good. And it's collected by Cho. To Fossbender off her hands. Iannelli goes now back to Fossbender over to the Short corner to Hedstrom, and now around the perimeter. Cho feeds it out to Doherty for three. No good off the side of the hoop there. Medway has it. A good hustle by Doherty trying to steal it back away. And Fossbender with an air steal there. Over the corner, Longval launches the shot. No good. Pulled down by Cho. Cho to Fossbender, and Fossbender going to put up the shot. No good off the front of the rim. Grabs her own rebound, puts it back and in. Hillers trying desperately to get something going. With 2:47 left to go in this game, a 12-point Medway lead. The Hillers on a 4-0 run. So they certainly have some life in this game if they can keep this run going. But the Mustangs, they have struggled big time from the field in this fourth quarter. Only 4 points from Medway so far. Quarter-by-quarter score, Medway outscored Hopkinton in the first 13-9. Then in the second, 11-8 to make it a 24-17 game heading into the half, and then 18-11 in the third to make it a 42-28 game at that point. But they have struggled a bit in this fourth quarter. But the Hillers, they only have 6 points of their own. So we'll see which team can get their offense going the quickest in this remaining 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Don't forget, you can catch HCAM's Hopkinton Hangout Hour every Monday at 2 p.m. and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We'll catch up with representatives from a number of different organizations and town government about all the happenings in town. That's HCAM's Hopkinton Hangout Hour, Mondays at 2, Wednesdays at 7. Here we go, Lauren Beach. Down the lane, and it was contact there, but the Hillers got away with one. And here comes Hopkinton. These refs letting them play out there. They haven't blown that whistle much at all. They're letting these kids have some fun. Hedstrom gets it up top over to Connell. A near steal there. Maggie is going to put it off of Callie Catone and out of bounds. Smart move there by Maggie. Hillers will have the entry. Good hustle by both these teams. Lulu knocked out of bounds, and they call it out off of Regan. We'll do it again. Carly Hedstrom on the entry. Gets it out to Lulu. Back to Hedstrom. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Up for the shot, no good. Beach pulls down the rebound, and here goes Mija. Down the lane, up off the bottom of the hoop it goes. Now a battle for the ball, and we'll have a jump ball call as Lulu and Longval got wrapped up. And Mija went flying into the divider. But she is okay, actually having a nice laugh about it. Longval on the inbound. Over to Mija, and did she step out? Yeah, shot was waved off. I think she stepped out. Or we had a timeout call. 2:01 left to go in the fourth quarter. Medway hanging on to a 12-point lead. Hillers trying to climb back into this game, but time is certainly not on their side. And as expected, it has been an entertaining battle between these two TVL rivals. They typically, in a regular season, would meet a couple times a year. Of course, this season, anything but regular. But certainly happy that the young athletes got an opportunity to play the sports they love. And it has certainly been a fun season to watch. The Hillers have some work to do to get back into this game. Medway will have the inbound off the timeout. If I'm Medway, I don't rush my shots. I hang on to the ball and take my time, burn that clock. Long ball to Beach. And now we're going to start seeing fouls. Yes, we are. Beach drawing a push there. Get Millie with her first. Hillers only have 3 team fouls, so they have a ways to go to get it Medway into the bonus. Along the baseline, feeds it out over to Catone, up top to Beach. Now to the corner for 3, long ball, air ball there. Regan battling for it with Edstrom, and we have a jump ball. That was Doherty in there, rather. O'Connell. Here comes the Hillers. Lulu. Down the lane, feeds Connell up, and in she goes. Well-needed bucket there. Along the near side, long ball. Beach. Driving in, gets it to Regan, and we'll have a foul. The last thing you want to do while you're trying to get Medway into the bonus for the Hillers is foul in a situation that's going to send Medway to the line. Third foul on Carly Hedstrom. And Hillers trying to come away with the turnover. Loose ball. Sensini is wrapped up, and we'll have the jump ball call as Millie and Longvall got tangled up. It'll be a Medway inbound. 1:08 left to go. To Beach. Now back to Longvall. Underneath. Up off the window. No good is Canary. And the Hillers come away with it. Here comes Carly Hedstrom. And that's swatted away and stolen away by Shannon Meja. Beach takes it across. And Coach Iannone wanted to get the timeout. And I don't think he got it off in time. He was hoping to avoid the turnover there, but the official didn't see the timeout call, so it'll be Hillers' ball. 45.6 seconds left. Things looking pretty good for Medway, but anything's possible. Driving in up top for 3, no good by Maggie, and a play goes along the far side. Medway ball. And that was, that applause was because we have a number of substitutions. I believe that was all the seniors that they just had in there. So this is likely the last opportunity the seniors will get to play on this home floor, as far as basketball is concerned anyway, as Beach overthrows Longvall there. Here comes Cho. Along the top of the perimeter, Cho's tripped up. Leaves it out for Carly. And now Trendle puts it up, no good. And Meja drew a foul. 5 seconds left. Medway going to come away with the victory. Impressive win by the Mustangs, but a very well played game by both teams. And certainly a fun one to watch. And that is going to do it. The Medway Mustangs take down the Hopkinton Hillers 46-36. An impressive win by a very good Medway team. And we'll get you the scoring totals from this game in just a moment. And we are ready to go. Scoring totals for the Hillers: Millie Sensony with 2, Brooke Doherty with 2, Caroline Connell with 4, Kiki Fossbender had a team-high 11 points, Lauren Cho with 3, Carly Hedstrom with 9, Maggie Hedstrom with 3, Lexi Trendle with 2. For Medway, it was Sarah Peterson with 3, Callie Catone with 2, Amy Johnston with 4, Maddie Williamson with 3, Shannon Mija with 6, Lauren Beach is your player of the game with 14 points, Maggie Regan with 12 points, and Olivia Canary with 2 points as the Medway Mustangs take down the Hopkinton Hillers by a final score of 46-36. And the Hillers girls' final home game of the season. They have certainly been a fun team to broadcast and follow, and we certainly wish them all the best of luck going forward in their finale in Ashland next week. But for Matt Clark, I'm Tom Nappy. The final score for the final time, Medway over Hopkinton, 46-36. Thanks for watching HCAM. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Have a great weekend, everybody.